Alright, I took apart my Plan B. The reason for that is because the pop was getting soggy. I was skating it for a month, like indoors. It was barely warm, but the problem was I was keeping it in the garage where it's cold. You want to try to keep your... I give you guys advice right now. Keep your setups somewhere where it's not too humid or too dry. And keep them where it's like room temperature, as close to room temperature as you can get. Because out in the garage it's cold, and when your board gets warmer after being cold, there will get moisture, it'll condense, and it'll make your board feel really soggy. It's also bad for your bearings too, so try to keep your board in room temperature, not too humid, not too wet. Not too humid, not too dry. And that's what happened with that, so I'm keeping it in my closet now, so hopefully it'll dry up and I might be able to skate the Plan B again, give it an in-depth review. But the Plan B was a very, very nice deck. Didn't get any chips. I skated a whole bunch of stuff with that. I skated for a month, and it was a great deck. I really liked it. Solid, felt good, had some really bad landings with it, with impact. Not a single crack, didn't even get pressure cracks, I don't think. So it's, at least when I checked, it didn't have that many. Well, I'll have to check on that, but that'll be for the detailed review. But anyhow, right now, skating a new deck, 8.25, think. I have a feeling I'm really going to like this deck. Oh, and in case if you guys are wondering where I get the Stuck in Ohio stickers from, because I get asked that a lot. I get them from Dan Mazzico. He owns Stuck in Ohio. Stuck in Ohio is a production company. I will link their page in the description. Go check them out. Be sure to subscribe. The videos are awesome. And new wheels too. 53 millimeter. With the old Indies I've been skating since July. But I'm going to be getting new trucks in the spring. I want to skate these longer, but the mounting holes are stretching, and the axles are becoming stripped. So in the spring, I'm going to be getting new trucks. I'm going to be getting the independent Stage 11 lows. And why I'm getting Indies is because they're the best truck on the market, in my opinion. They're just amazing. They've been in the business for a long time. They know what they're doing. And what I'm going to do when I get my new trucks is I'm going to get a washer that'll fit perfectly on the hardware, and I'll put it on every piece of hardware, a little washer, as thin as I can find them. And I'll put them in between the deck and the base plate. So, and I'll have to replace them every now and then when they get stretched out, mostly on here, because I do a lot of tail slides, and I end up stretching the mounting holes. So instead of the mounting hole stretching, the washer will stretch over time. So I have to replace them every so often. But at least the truck will last a lot longer. And for the axles, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using closed-off axle nuts. I can probably pick them up at a hardware store or something. Oh yeah, and if you can't tell, I put on some new... Oh yeah, and I flipped my washer back to usual, like standard. I used to have it upside down. What that would do is it give me a little more turning radius. Just a little bit more, but it was noticeable for me. But with these bigger wheels, these are going to be the biggest wheel I've skated so far, full-time on my setup that's not a cruiser board. Because on a cruiser, big on a cruiser is 66. But I skate both street and transition. I actually enjoy I don't get me wrong, I enjoy street a lot. It's really, really fun. But I actually like transition a little bit more. And with these wheels, I had to tighten up my trucks a little bit. The way they were before, they're still on the loose side. They're medium loose now. I put my old independent bushings back in. I got a Bones right there and another Indy on top. I go through bushings like nothing. But the bushings I have lasted me the longest are Dodos. I had the 93A green Dodos. I skated those off and on from 2009 until recently, actually. And now they're just all shredded apart, and they're no longer good anymore. But they were the best bushings I've ever had. I've had Bones bushings. I always end up breaking the cores, and they're great. Don't get me wrong. Bones bushings are great, but I always end up breaking the cores. I think they should use a metal core instead of a plastic core. Either that or maybe a harder urethane for the core instead of plastic, because plastic is a no-go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some Shorty's low does. They're dodos, but they're meant for low trucks with a short kingpin because, to be honest, getting those standard dodos on this kingpin to fit it, and it was not working out. It was a complete pain to get them in there. So I'm going to use the low dos. They're meant for low trucks. I'm going to get 2 sets. The reason for 2 sets is because they come in 95A and 90A. Since I have a skate a little bit tighter now, I might use a 95 on the bottom and a 90 on top. And that's pretty much about it. Actually, I like to skate I wish I could skate these longer because, see, my divot's not even fully developed yet. It's in there. That's where my front smiths and back feebles hit. I need to do more front feebles and back smiths. I've been working on those a lot, by the way. But my divot's still not getting in yet. Actually, I can feel it a little bit, but it's not. I can feel it, but I can't see it. But I can feel it a little bit. And my crook spot is in there. My back crooks hit. And back 50-50 spot is in there. Because actually it's on both. That's where my back 50-50s hit on transition. But I really like my hangers divoted. Like, just completely, like, got a big crater in there. It's like the Grand Canyon. That's what I like. So with my next set of trucks, I'm going to be doing those 2 ideas that I shared with you guys. And I hope that they'll last me like a good 2 years so I can get them like really grinded down. That's really pretty much it. I think the only other truck I think I would try besides Independent, if I had to choose any other truck company, I'd probably try Ace, I think. I think I'd probably... Well, the thing is, the widest Ace lows are 7.875, which is way too small. Even these 8-inch wide independent lows, the 139s, they're a bit small. Like, because 8 is the smallest board I will skate. 8.25 is really probably one of my favorite sizes. And it feels solid. Like, I have a feeling I'm going to like this deck. I'll have a review out on it when I'm done skating it. And I'm going to try to upload some clips here pretty soon because I've been really busy. So, see you guys on YouTube and stuff and on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything else. So, be expecting more vids. I've been busy.